Thank you. I'm really happy to be able to speak for a nice poster for Barack Obama. As an artist, I have been making music since I was a child, when my mother couldn't keep me quiet, and have worked making music with people from all ages, from toddlers to grandmothers. My oldest student was 78 years old who wanted to learn how to sing before she died, and she has not died. She's still alive and vibrant and singing. So what I want to say is that the reason I'm supporting Barack Obama and happy to be up here speaking for him is that he really understands the value of the arts. And in fact, I just want to make a segue to Hillary Clinton. Paul and I actually sang in the White House during the Clinton years for a Christmas party once, and it was quite a thrill, actually. But I am supporting Barack, and the reason I'm doing that is because of numbers of reasons, but in addition to that, his arts policy is completely thorough, especially for a professional artist like myself. We all know that the arts allow us to define ourselves, to find meaning in life, to help children find meaning in their lives, and it helps us to think holistically and to become our best selves. Cultures express their best selves through the arts. And for those reasons, Barack has put forward a platform for the arts, and it includes several really important things. And I want to also say that being involved in the arts is really important whether you're on the playful end and you consider yourself not a, quote, artist, or you're professional. It's really important for the entire culture that we're all involved in creative, artistic thinking. A, it just makes us happier, and B, it makes the culture a nicer place to live. And understanding that, Barack has put forward a platform for the arts that includes, first of all, very importantly, reinvesting in arts education for the schools. I'm sure this audience is well aware of the studies that link, if you need to go for test scores to justify why you have arts in the schools, there are lots of studies that show that overall test scores go up in all subjects, not just the arts, when kids are involved in arts of any kind. And the other really key point about that is we have a 21st century economy. And we must have not just linear thinking, not just scientific thinking, but creative thinking. And we must train our kids to think holistically and creatively in order to have a thriving economy in the 21st century. Barack understands this. In addition, he proposes to create public-private partnerships between music organizations, not music, I'm thinking of my own, between arts organizations and schools. I was going to use as an example the Concord Community Music School, where I'm the voice department chair, has a very excellent program called Music in the Communities Initiative, where faculty go into classrooms in the Manchester Public Schools, specifically to low-income classrooms, classrooms where kids are coming in with English as a second language. They're refugees, there's a growing refugee population in Manchester. And working with these kids, a lot of drumming, like the fantastic group we just saw, but giving them an experience of success in schools. This is a very successful program, and it has it needs federal funding to continue, and there are numerous good programs like that. Barack proposes to expand that program of public-private partnerships. He also proposes a fabulous idea of an artist corps, a corps, where we would have young artists trained to work in schools, in low-income schools, low-income communities, to help bring the arts to places where it's not obviously their high priority. Survival might be their high priority, giving them an experience of a broader human experience of creativity. The obvious thing, we need to increase the funding for the NEA. It's actually been slashed. I'm sure you've heard that many times today. That's just unconscionable for the leader of the free world to slash the arts budget. It's how we communicate and understand other cultures. So in addition to increasing the funding for the NEA, Barack proposes to increase cultural promotions between other countries. We are in a small globe, as we all know. with volatile kinds of conflicts around that are unpredictable. They're not the 20th century conflicts we've had. And using cultural diplomacy, sending artists abroad, receiving artists here from foreign countries will help us understand each other, build relationships. Building relationships is how you potentially prevent conflicts from escalating into something that's really a crisis. It's just good policy in a very small world. We're all in this boat together. We might as well know what we're like and understand that diversity is what makes us stronger. And diversity in the arts is just the plain old fun. It's just really fun to hear music that you can't play yourself, but you just have to tap your toes to. It just puts your brain in a different place. It's very important. He also, and this is, I know many friends for whom this would be really vital, providing health care for artists. It's very hard for artists to live in New Hampshire. Very hard. The music school goes out of its way to try and provide. We do provide health care. One of the few places I know of in the state that tries to provide some kind of health care, but there's a very high premium that the faculty have to pay for themselves, and they have to work a whole number of hours, and many people just can't afford the premiums, even with the school picking up half of the premium. So they don't have health care, and many artists don't have access to health care at all. Just private health care is just too expensive for them. So Barack proposes in his whole health care package to allow artists to buy into this individually and have better affordable rates. And the last thing, agreeing with Hillary Clinton, he also supports tax fairness for artists, allowing us to actually, you know, artists are always asked to donate their time. And personally, I'm happy to sing where anybody ever asks me, and I'm happy to be paid, but I'm also happy to sing. And, but I cannot deduct my singing when I do it for free. So what he's proposing is, let's allow artists to deduct the fair market value of their services, the bill that we just heard about from Hillary Clinton. So those are the key points about his arts policy. I would think overall, we know that as a culture, to thrive and to grow and to face the challenges that we have, the really serious challenges, we must be able to think creatively and outside the box. And arts is what allows us to do that. So I hope you support Barack Obama. Thank you very much.